Well, if this doesn't touch you, you haven't got a heart. It's the case of Peter Gourlay. Peter is 4 years old. He's due to be 5 in July, but he's been told he's unlikely to make that birthday. He has a very severe form of cancer. He's neuroblastoma. He's had it since he was 18 months old. His mum, Meredith, is on the line. Hello, Meredith.
Hi.
Does Peter understand how sick he is?
Yeah, occasionally he'll say to me, Mummy, I'm dying, and I'll go, not today.
Well, he's been sick for a long time. When were you given this awful outlook?
It came back in October last year, but we were only just told that it's only weeks to months to live.
I hear he barracks for Collingwood.
He does. He loves Collingwood.
I tell you what, we've got the Collingwood president on the line too, Eddie Maguire. Good day, Ed.
G'day, Neil. How are you?
Okay, well, you've got a real supporter here.
He's a ripper, isn't he? And I'd love to get the young bloke down to Collingwood, and he can be the president for the day. He can run the show. In fact, the way we played last night, he can play some half forward if he likes. But the boys would love to see him down at the club, and we'll get him kitted out, and he can come and have the ultimate Collingwood experience. And just know that when we say at Collingwood, it's side by side, we really mean it. And he's one of us, and he's an absolute champion, and we'd love to have him as our special guest down at the Westpac Centre.
Wow, here we go.
So Eddie's coming down to meet Peter and his family and introduce them to the club as a starting point before they head out to training. So Peter will be president for the day, so everyone will be answering to him. Eddie's really excited as well to come down and be involved and help introduce them to the club.
I was blown away. I was just blown away. Like, Eddie, of all, I actually got to speak. I was like flattering because I'm a die-hard Collingwood fan. I've been a die-hard Collingwood fan since I was 5 years old.
In the boardroom?
In the boardroom. It was just like, wow. And he's reaching out to my boy. And that's just blew me away. And then when I told Petey, he was just like over the moon every day. How many sleeps? How many sleeps till we do it? I'll show you this while we're waiting. This is every treatment other than 6 months worth that Peter has gone through. This is how I'm going to remember Peter.
He will go through the day, he won't tell you that he's in pain. For a little boy going through what he's going through, his resilience is exceptional.
And that was to say you lost your kidney?
And what that one is?
That one was a star because you are a star. When we were re-diagnosed, he turned around and he said, Mummy, I want my hair blue. So we went and had a hairdresser's experience.
Where's the president? Where's the president of Collingwood, hey? Hello, mate, how are you? Hello, Peter. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Thanks. Yes, thanks. Lovely to see you. Hey, Peter, I've got something good, mate. All right. We're going to make you officially today the president.
No.
No! That's good. Then I'll stay the president. Everything here. Look at this. Look at this.
What those are?
These are for you.
Look at that. Number 18.
Look at that.
There you go. Have a look at that. Jessie White.
Peter is a twin. He's a beautiful twin brother.
Hey, what about your brother? Do you want some too, mate? Yeah, there we go. We've got a winner over here. There we go.
Daniel, a couple of days ago, said to me, Mummy, that Peter's dying, isn't he? And I said, yep. And this is why we're doing this, isn't it?
Go, Pies!
And I said, yes, Daniel, he is dying, but we're going to have great memories. He said, I'm sad. I don't want him to go. And I said, I don't want him to go either. But when he's gone, we can still love him and we can still remember him and we can still keep him in our heart and always know that we love him. And to say that to your 4-year-old boy about his brother, it just breaks your heart. And to know that Peter knows that he's dying and come and say to you, Mum, I'm dying. And you have to snap yourself out of it from actually acknowledging what he's saying and saying, oh, not today, son. You're not doing that today. Get on with it. And it's just, it's hard.
It is as tough as it gets for any parent. Meredith especially, she's got 5 other children she's got to think about. She's got 2 baby twins. Any parent that's going to lose a child, you know, it's unfathomable the amount of pain and stress that's going to cause. I don't know how she does it. She has reserves of strength that I don't even know where they come from. But she just keeps ticking on. Yeah, extremely strong woman.
I actually feel my role is just to give him love, just to love him, just to give him that security and give all my boys that ability to just talk about their emotions and their feelings and to acknowledge them and acknowledge their feelings because there's tough times to come.
Let's go see the players.
Come and see how you go.
We'll go see the players. Come on. We'll
That's
take you
fine.
here.
Are you all right to go for President on Saturday?
Today's going to be the press.
Oh, President's today.
Today,
Oh, you're not
exactly.
giving up Saturday, mate.
No, you've got, mate, you've got to have him today, all right? Now tell him, win or you're sacked. Say that,
That's
okay?
It's very sad when you see kids that you know have got terminal illness. But it's not just the child, it's the family, you know, all their loved ones around them. The fact that we can take people in and give them those experiences, I think the players and the coaches and the club itself builds from that opportunity to open our 4 walls and to shed a bit of light.
Which colour ball? Oh, you go get it. Go on. He's my little hero. He's just amazing. He sucks up life and he just draws every single essence of life. He just loves to get up and go, go, go. And while he's doing that, I'm prepared to just do whatever I can to just give him that.
Get out there? Yep, let's do it.
Let's go and see the boys training, shall we?
Footy clubs can help people in need, just putting smiles on people's faces, and I certainly understand that footy is just a game, and there is a much bigger picture to life than just playing a game on a weekly basis. So, we, especially here at the footy club, we find it very important to make sure that we go and we give a little bit back, because we're very blessed to do what we do, and if we can put a smile on a kid's face or help out in any way we can in the community, well, we certainly will.
We knew that you like blue, so all the coaches are going to wear blue out there today for you, okay?
Is that awesome?
We don't normally like blue at this place.
All right, buddy?
He was diagnosed with it at 1.5. We've gone into remission twice. And
At this time, that's it.
they said if it comes back the 3rd time, we're a goner.
There'll be a big white and black section today.
Yes. I'll get a special one from him to represent today being a president.
Who do you barrack for? Collingwood.
It's fabulous to watch him have something that is so precious and to watch his brother enjoy it. Like, his brother is absolutely loving everything. And Peter is sitting there not able to move around as much. He's loving it, aren't you, Pete? You loving this? Yeah? Now you got food. It's even better, eh?
And Peter, can you tell us who your favourite player is?
To hear that I was his favourite player, it was a great feeling. To have those fans and those sorts of kids to look up to you. So he came in with his smile on his face, and he really enjoyed his time. We got to meet some other players and be president for the day, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, big Jesse. There you go, mate. Have a look at this.
There you go, buddy.
Sign your jumper.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, bud.
Yeah, open up. Sign your jumper.
That's it.
He loves Collingwood, and Jesse White come and spend some time with Peter, which he absolutely loved. He was stoked.
Jesse White, he's big man, isn't he?
Yeah, it really brings you back to earth when you get to meet kids like himself, and see his smile on his face, and he's still running around, having fun with his little brother and things like that. You remember not to take things for granted, and the things that we get to experience in life. So,
Hey, Daniel, come here, buddy.
He loved it. He was a bit taken back at the beginning, But by the time the guys came into the lounge and said hello and everything, he just came into his element. He was just like, cool, I'm with all the guys.
You know, I sat down with him and, you know, like all the boys did, all the boys were great with him. To come in and just say hello to him and try and talk to him and try and put a smile on his face, which I'm not sure I did, but...
18, who's number 18?
Me.
You know, he loved the boys, loved getting around the change rooms, and, you know, I think his family enjoyed it too, so, you know, the more of that we can do, the better.
See what's out here.
This is a big hill.
It's a big hill, isn't it? Come on, all the way to the top.
He's enjoyed the whole day.
Whoa!
What's that?
The balloons, he loves balloons, so he really enjoyed that.
Hold on tight. You might float away.
Is it tied on?
Didn't really want to release the balloons, he wanted to take them all for himself, so we were able to bring some home, which was really good. It was awesome. He had a really good time. He really enjoyed himself, and he'll talk about it for, you know, for weeks, or for as long as it, you know, is what he's around. So.
1, 2, 3, let go.
Woo! Look at the view! How cool is that? Like floating away for me. Yeah.
He's an amazing kid. I love my son very much, and Peter's going to leave a gap, but he's also I'm going to know that I gave him the best I can.
All right, it's as simple as this. We're a goal down, three-quarter time. We've got injuries. We're not getting anything from the umpires at the moment. We're going to have to do it the Collingwood way. Win it off our own bat. So we need our midfield to lift. Clokey's got to start clanking a couple. Jesse White, just a couple of clearances and a couple of marks right now. What we call easy goals. They're not easy, of course, but we want clear goals. Centre break, fall forward, mark, goal. That's going to be the difference for us. We need to get it and get it early, hit the front early and go on with it. Come on, Pies, let's go. So here we go at the MCG. Collingwood trail by 6 points. This is going to be a huge win for the Pies if we can get up here, because Frost and Brown, our two key defenders, off. Brown before quarter time, Frost before half time. And, well, it's on the line right now. Tony Shaw, Peter Dacos. Here's Billy Elliott. Billy Elliott kicked the goal and put us in front. Yes, he does. Well done, Billy. Great stuff.
Kick a goal. Pendlebury, he runs to 40 and kicks the goal. Go, Pies! Come on, Pies! From the left, swinging back. He's put the goal to the Weaver. What a finish. The goal is his feet. He's kicked the goal. Eddie, relax. It might have been touched. It's all clear. It's a goal, mate. Don't worry about that. Go Pies. Come on.
And the Pies run down the clock with 10 seconds on the clock here at the MCG. This is a famous victory. I'm sitting next to three legends of the Collingwood Football Club. Add another 22 to the lexicon of Collingwood champions. There's the siren, and the Pies win by 8 points.
That man there was sensational. What a captain.
This is one for the ages. What a privilege it's been to bring it to you on EdTV. Well, there you go. It's been a long time since Michael Christian, Tony Shaw and Peter Dacos have played a game for Collingwood, and I've dreamt all my life of doing one. And today, boys, I feel like I've all played. I feel like I played a game. It's been unbelievable. That is one of the great performances for the Collingwood Football Club.
It was a gutsy performance. You know, I don't think we were playing at our best, but we were able to grind away, and that was the most pleasing thing, that we were able to hold up and run over the top of them at the end with the two on the bench.
I reckon they started to slow down in the last quarter, but our midfield, Beams was unbelievable, Pendles, and pitches Swanee on a half forward, and Billy always creating a contest. So yeah, the boys they grouped together and they were good out of the middle and got the ball going our way and played in the front half. So it's a lot easier playing football in the front half.
I guess when the concept of Barawan came about, it was really looking at a way that we could support more young Aboriginal people locally in community through school-based traineeships. The Collingwood Football Club and the Collingwood Football Club Foundation and us got together and looked at a way that we could kickstart a program really to help support young Aboriginal people in community. So it's been absolutely fantastic.
What we've found for the Barawan program is that we've given these guys, great responsibility in not only increasing participation of the game, but really being a face in the local community. And I think from an Indigenous communities perspective, it's been really well received. We've got young Aboriginal men from their home communities which they know or may be related to, that have now got meaningful roles in the industry of football.
You'll be going out as well, all right? So you have to stay in this box.
It's a really great step for young people. It's generally the first time that they've stepped into employment, a traineeship, and it's really to build their confidence and help them kickstart their career.
Ready, set, go!
Pete Dye's a local boy from Dandenong. He's got a big, happy smile. He's a tall fella, plays local football. He's been a great addition to the AFL Victoria and our development network.
Yeah! What letter is that?
W.
W. So when you put your hands up, we want you to see a W, all right? And that's how you take a mark.
And one thing through the Barawan program and the Collingwood Foundation is that you've actually seen them take a really direct approach to developing local community connections.
All right. I've been involved in the Barawan program now for 3 years. This is the start of my 3rd year at the Dandenong Stingrays. Part of the Barawan program, I've been able to get my Level 1 coaching accreditation, as well as get my Level 1 umpiring accreditation. I'm currently doing TAFE, so I'll get a diploma in sport development, and I take a lot out of what I've been able to achieve.
A lot of what we do at Sports Ready is try and bring our Aboriginal young people together a lot of the time to, I guess, connect to their culture and feel proud about who they are, and I think Barawan has been really fantastic for that.
One thing that may have been neglected over the years is that strong relationship with the local community, and certainly through the Barawan program and the Collingwood Foundation, they've certainly established that now. We've got a lot of talented Indigenous people, and as you can see, every weekend there's talented Indigenous boys running around in the ground. But what we're sort of passionate about is developing Indigenous boys off-field.
I enjoy coming to work when you get to do things like this. I don't know if you can really call this work, but it's a pretty good job when you can come and just kick the footies around with some kids, and it's really enjoyable.
Right, everyone spread out a bit.
Look, he's an outstanding role model. These are what I call the attainable role models. These are boys that are living and breathing in his home community. Sometimes we can have some fantastic role models at the AFL level and the stars of our game. Pete Dye is living and breathing. He lives in a local community. He goes down to a local supermarket. He plays local football. So the guys can form that stronger, and he's a fantastic role model for those kids.
Obviously, every family's got different hardships, I guess, to go through. So sometimes the programs we run a lot of culture stuff. So it's good to get the boys out doing some of their culture, get them just thinking about footy and not thinking about what's happening outside of their lives.
Go!
We're a very small community, Aboriginal community, and we really need to stick together. For a lot of these young kids, they're growing up in areas that they may not see many other Aboriginal kids around the place. Comes something like this, really get to know the other kids, get to learn from them and get that sense of community. That's really fantastic for them.
Sometimes people have perceptions of Indigenous people and communities, and he's sort of broken down a lot of those barriers, and that can be quite difficult being a young man, being challenged by what's taking place in the media or what's the issues in the paper that week. And the fact that Pete's functioning like he is really provides a positive image, and for that effect, it has a ripple effect across not only AFL Victoria but certainly all our organisations.
Just seeing how happy it makes the kids. Saw tonight how much all the kids were just running around and having a bit of fun. So it's good to come to work when that's your job.
I guess it's been really fantastic throughout the whole program, the support of the Collingwood Football Club, and I guess their push and their drive to really see the program grow from strength to strength, and I guess their dedication as well to the Aboriginal space and in making sure that through Barawan, young Aboriginal people are getting opportunities throughout Victoria has been really great to be a part of.
My name's Cameron Doyle. I've got a shop called Memorabilia on Smith in Smith Street, Fitzroy. I played 6 senior games at Collingwood, which wasn't a lot, but yeah, played with the greats. You know, Tony Shaw was our captain, played with Peter Dacos, and, you know, Darren Mullane was, you know, like a fantastic player in that era, and we all looked up to him and hung around him listening to his stories. My fondest memories of the Collingwood Footy Club when I was playing there was just the mateship. We got on really well, and some of the guys there, they were fantastic leaders. It was a different era. It was the era where you go out and have a beer and, you know, you get home pretty early in the morning and still train the next morning on a Sunday morning, say. But, yeah, I think that's something that all of us old guys miss. We miss that mateship, that camaraderie that we used to have when we were playing. Good morning, Memorabilia on Smith, Cameron speaking. When I was first at the club, I was just taken in by how impressive the club was, the people, the culture, the history, and now that's kind of got me into a bit of a collecting type person, a collector of the highest order. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff in here, it's all smashed in. We've been here about 8 years. We get people walking past every day wanting to know how Collingwood's going to go this week, and I'm supposed to be, you know, the so-called expert. Well, see, they're exciting because they're premiership years, whereas these aren't premiership years. Supporters of all teams come in here and give me a bit of, you know, to ask what's been happening, or, you know, if we have a bad loss, people come in and really get into us.
I just wanted to make the trip over and see your shop anyway.
No worries.
Heard a bit about it.
If we win, they don't kind of come in and give us too much grief. You've been down to the shop to have a little look around. I think you can see what kind of person I am. I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I just, one of my theories is if it's out there, I may as well own it. I'd rather own it than someone else own it. So here is my little, I call it a private museum, but pretty much it's just a collection of little things in a room. And yeah, so when I go out looking for stuff for the shop, I'm always looking for Collingwood stuff for my little collection. I think it just gives you you know, an idea of the kinds of things people owned as they supported the club. Things they would have taken to a game, things they would have had on their mantelpiece at home. A lot of the stuff I'm really into is stuff that's got provenance to players. Down the bottom here, you've got, this is Bob Rose's first Victorian jumper, one of Tony Shaw's game-worn jumpers, a Wayne Richardson 1975 finals jumper, and then my piece de resistance is Len Thompson's 1966 grand final jumper that he wore in our 1-point loss to St Kilda. We've got Nathan Buckley's boots here, so they were bronze. They're from the 1997 season that he wore those. Down the bottom here, there's they were called smoked social menus. So after they won a premiership, they would get together and basically stand around and smoke. That's a lockador from the era when I started playing in the under-19s, 81, 82, 83. I was really happy to have that because that really gives it a sense of what the club might have been like. I just think it's great to remember, where we've come from. We've got a rich and very proud history, and it's just great to have stuff in a little collection, to have a little bit of fun, gives you that little footstep into the past.